to finish that story, we were talking about the fuel. Of course, all these cars are limited to 35 gallons. The Penske chassis has 35, but the Reynard, the fuel cell, is just a little bit too small. They're going to make new fuel cells that will be available at the end of June, so that may play in the outcome. Here comes Tracy.
Paul Tracy closes up on Patrick Carpentier.
And he's got traffic right in front of Patrick. Look at this, right there. Paul's going to have a run on him. He doesn't have a fuel problem.
234 laps in the book, 2 laps to go, and Tracy goes into the lead.
Patrick did not want to give that up.
Now Tracy has the lead, and Carpentier is going to have to watch out for Zanardi rushing up from behind, but Paul Tracy makes his bid for his 3rd consecutive victory, and he pulls away from Patrick Carpentier with the white flag in the hands of Jim Swintal. It waves. Carpentier is stuck, Zanardi stuck behind slower traffic. Last lap for Paul Tracy. There is Patrick Carpentier.
Can he make it? He's still got that fuel situation. He's definitely conserving it now because Zanardi has dropped back. What a finish.
Off of turn 4 at Gateway, Paul Tracy comes to the line for his 13th career win, 3rd in a row. He goes into the record books as winner of the inaugural Motorola 300. Al Unser Jr. on the left, Roger Penske on the right. What a day. And kudos also to Patrick Carpentier in 2nd. We'll be back in a moment.
We've seen it looks so far like Jourdain and Franchitti have had the strongest cars, but Jourdain seems to have been okay to run where he is, but he's got to get up there now if he wants to fight for the win here. Carpentier and Franchitti can effectively, oh, there goes Jourdain.
We talked about that big hole those 2 cars lead. Now Jourdain just slips right through where they're running side by side, leaves a big hole, and they just slip right up to the lead.
Now the key is, where do I want to place myself for this final lap? Probably not the lead.
And the problem Jourdain's got, he's now got Tracy and Tagliani keeping him from this lead group. I think he's fallen out of it. He's too far back.
Just remember, they're going to be able to draft past you, so let them have it.
Where do you want to be, Paul? What's the answer to the biggest question of the 500-miler?
I'm thinking right now I want to be in 2nd. Tagliani's going to figure into this finish as he runs up there with everybody else.
Oh! They touched!
Oh, that one was close. So Tagliani comes up there.
Whoa! Man, Jourdain almost slid up into Franchitti now. But it's the 2 teammates helping each other.
And it may be Carpentier looking for his 1st ever win. Carpentier at the line. Patrick Carpentier takes his 1st victory.
Wow, that was awesome.
Oh, that's the way to do it, Patrick. The French-Canadian with an incredible victory by 24/100ths of a second. His 79th start. I'm going to celebrate.
Nice job.
For Kenny Brack, something's going to happen very quickly here.
Well, it may happen in the shape of Max Pappas and Oriol Servia just in front of him. Is now, Max Pappas fighting for position for Servia is not going to make this easy for DeFerrin.
DeFerrin getting caught there. Here comes Kenny Brack. DeFerrin comes down the inside. Brack moves to the outside. Brack takes the lead with 2 to go.
You're clear. Now let's go.
And that's the race right there. The timing had to be perfect. It was. Kenny Brack, the dominant force on ovals this year. Team Rahal looking to repeat, shutting out Gilles DeFerrin, the series champion, from his 1st win. But DeFerrin now coming back with 1 lap to go.
Hold him off.
DeFerrin closes and looks. No real traffic to help. DeFerrin's right there, doing everything he can. DeFerrin goes high.
He's looking outside.
And DeFerrin takes him. DeFerrin takes him on the final corner, final lap. And Gilles DeFerrin wins his 1st race of the year.
What a brilliant move. He had a tremendous amount of speed on Kenny Brack, drove it down to the inside, right to the grass.
Good move.
That was spectacular.
Oh, man, I'll tell you. Breck and his guys are probably saying, whoa, what happened there?
Yeah, to do that to Kenny Breck, that was unbelievable. The two fastest race laps happening right at the very end with Kenny Breck and Gilles de Ferran. Brilliant move by Gilles de Ferran.
Gary Gerald, Max Pappas is going to see an incredible sight next time around. The white flag will tell him just 2 miles, 1 lap to go. And if he can do it, he becomes the 6th driver to score his first career win in a 500-mile race at Michigan. Now 1 lap to go. Max Pappas is on the final lap for Bobby Rahal. Kanaan crossed the line 3 seconds behind him. Montoya 4 seconds back. Down the back straightaway. Will Max Pappas become the 3rd first-time winner this year? It sure looks that way. He runs out of fuel. He runs out of fuel. Kanaan screams past. Kanaan screams into the lead. Montoya's trying to chase him to the line. Oh, so very close. Montoya jumped low at the line. It looked for a moment there like Pappas was just slowing for the flag, and then he slowed further. And by 32 thousandths, Kanaan takes Montoya, and Pappas has to give it away. Oh, Max Pappas pulls it off onto the grass and down to the end of the pit area, and Tony Kanaan takes the win. What an incredible final lap.
Now there's something else to consider, and we've been talking about it if you followed our qualifying coverage on ESPN2, and that is the fact that every year but one in the 14 previous runnings of this race, the winner came from the first 5 positions. The exception being Hector Rebaque in 1982, who won from 9th position. White flag, 4 miles to go for Al Unser Jr., who started the day in 15th and has come all the way to the front.
And I don't believe the history books will have to show. I don't think anybody started this IndyCar race from that far back, and looks like he's poised to win.
Well, with this victory, if in fact he takes it, Al Unser Jr. will clinch the IndyCar Nations Cup for drivers from the United States. So that much has been decided, but there are several championships still to come. And certainly we have a huge wreck.
Oh, I think that's Parker Johnstone. Parker Johnstone, I don't know what happened.
That is, in fact, Parker Johnstone.
That car. 2 cars upside. I don't know what's going on. 2 cars upside down in a day.
We understand there may have been contact with Scott Pruitt. Let's see if we can take another look at what happened as Al Unser Jr. continues on his way. This is on the rundown to
No, that's Paul Tracy. That's Paul Tracy down the inside. Paul clips him right there at the back. Taps him. They're trying to get through. Slides it sideways. Looks pretty harmless. Whoa, and just dug in the grass. Just must have been enough of a lip there to catch it.
Meanwhile, Tracy.
No,
Al Unser Jr. That's the race leader has lost the engine.
No.
Can you believe this?
Oh, no.
Within sight of the checkered
Just
flag.
coming up the hill.
There's Michael Andretti. There is the Penske pits. Roger Penske cannot believe what he is seeing, and perhaps neither can Michael Andretti, who takes the checkered flag of victory.
In sight of the flag. Unbelievable.
But the gap remains under a second. 5 laps to go next time across the stripe.
Now this helps Greg. This helps Greg right there, because that car is slowing up Alex. Alex had the lift coming off. Greg Moore's alongside. Go down the inside.
Oh, no, what do you
Look
do
at
if you're
this.
Arden Meyer in that yellow Lola? He's got the race leader sandwiching him.
Oh!
And more around the outside into 1. Oh, he
got
makes it.
right
Oh,
across the
Zanardi's up high. Can he hold it?
No, he got out on the gray. He couldn't do anything. Greg Moore did an incredible move.
And kudos to Alex Zanardi for keeping that car under control and off the concrete. There will be 4 laps to go next time by Zanardi, suddenly second.
And the championship makes another change. Look at this. What a move by Greg Moore right down the outside. Zanardi tries to go in there. Greg says, Two really professional moves there by both of those drivers.
And Greg Moore is now in the lead with 4 laps to go, looking for his 3rd career win.
For Juan Montoya, this is his 4th 500-mile race. For Michael Andretti, his 37th. Montoya, the only other driver in this series to compete in another 500-mile race.
Oh, Mikey makes a quick move to dart out, grabs the lead again from Montoya.
And right now, these two are trying to figure out the ultimate strategy that puts them
5 to go, 5 to go.
a nose ahead right there at the start-finish stripe. Do they have to be high or low going down that back straightaway into the last corner so they can draft up and lead coming off of turn 4? Maybe you want to be second. Maybe you've got enough time to pop out and draft by. But it looks, I've been watching this game, Paul, it's been very, very close. The following driver going into turn 3 can get up side by side, but can't get a definite advantage by the time they get to the start-finish stripe. If start-finish was down another 50 to 100 yards, it would work.
The timing line is a little bit down this year. They had to move it down a little bit just to get a good cut into the track surface for the computerized scoring antenna that reads the transponder. Tony Kanaan last year took the lead and won this race in the last mile. John Paul Jr. did the same racing with Rick Mears. Last mile of the race, took the lead and the win.
You can see that time what Montoya did is he blocked off the inside going into turn 3. Whoa, left Michael the high side. And if Montoya can get a little farther out, he'll break the draft. He's still putting up a big enough wind shadow at this distance for Michael to get him.
Max Pappas finally had his problem develop into something truly serious and is off the run. Jan Beekes.
He called on the radio and said, I think the engine's gone. He's just trying to bring it home if he can.
Montoya, Andretti, Franchitti, now Carpentier to 4th. Castroneves and Fernandez battle for 5th. But the big fight is here at the front of the field.
Will it play out this way? Will you be able to draft on that last lap down the backside? Let's see if Montoya can come back before the start-finish stripe.
Okay,
it doesn't look like it.
Last lap, 1 to go.
Michael wanted the lead with 1 lap to go.
I'm surprised at that. But Juan takes it back.
Montoya down inside. Montoya takes the lead of the race. Carso Marquez, a slower car just ahead. Michael darts out on the backstretch. Michael tries to get it down inside. Montoya's going to stay right there on the outside. The slower car is just ahead. Montoya. Now Andretti, and they almost touched. They may have touched. The slower car is going to be a factor as Montoya brings him to the line. And Montoya takes the Michigan 500. What a finish. 4/100ths of a second. Montoya over Michael. And Montoya's 9th career win.
What a brilliant move. Michael Andretti thought he would box Montoya behind Marquez. Instead, Montoya picked up Marquez's draft and was able to use that to pull ahead of Michael Andretti. The timing couldn't have been any more perfect.
There is DeFerrin onto the front straightaway. Does Blundell have time to run him down?
I think he can close the gap, but he's got to be able to get by him. He's got to be able to make that pass.
Keep in mind, they've got this very broad front straightaway that Blundell can use if he has to. Fittipaldi using that left foot braking he's not familiar with, lights up the front tires. Blundell is right there with DeFerrin. 2 weeks ago in Detroit, Blundell missed out on his opportunity for his first career victory when he ran out of fuel with one corner to go in the race. And now he has another chance here in Portland. Looking left and right around DeFerrin. It's a much narrower racetrack because he is on those slick tires.
Not only that, it's a narrower racetrack because look at Gilles DeFerrin knows it's the last lap. He is not going to give him any ground. And it'll be interesting at the end of this straightaway to see what lines Gilles DeFerrin takes. Does he go down the inside and protect his position? Yes, he does.
Blundell looks down the inside. 3 more corners to go, and then he'll have that wide and dry front straightaway. It'll be a drag race on the drag strip here in Portland. Off the corner they come.
Oh, it's going to be a photo finish.
Blundell, here comes Boiselle in third. To the line they come. And Mark Blundell takes the victory in his 22nd career start. The Englishman into the win column in PVG kart competition, getting Gilles de Ferran on the straightaway. Team owner Bruce McCaw and the team can celebrate after being denied in Detroit. Another look. De Ferran up top, Blundell in the middle, Boiselle on the bottom. And look at the speed differential as Blundell powers past to the flag right there. The margin of victory, 0.027 seconds, 27 one-thousandths of a second. Raoul Boiselle third, 55 one-thousandths of a second. The top three cars covered by less than 6 100ths of a second. What a finish. Here comes the white flag for the Pac West teammates, Gugelmin and Blundell. Final lap at the Detroit Grand Prix. 2 miles to go.
Do they have enough fuel?
Do they have the fuel? Do they have the tires? Do they have the stamina and the judgment? On to the strand. How much throttle can... And Gugelmin slows. Blundell bursts into the lead as his teammate slows out of fuel. And now Greg Moore has a decision to make. I could have passed him for second. Can I pass him for my second consecutive lead? Bruce McCaw and the team looking on. It's all in the hands of Mark Blundell.
He's only got 2 corners to go.
Blundell in the middle of the racetrack. Defensive position. Michael Andretti doing the same in what is now third place. And Blundell slows. Moore is in the lead. Blundell is out of fuel. And it has all come apart for the Pac West teammates. Victory. Second straight win for Greg Moore. Michael Andretti second. Gilles de Ferran unofficially third. And Jimmy Vasser a near thing in fourth. Is it possible that first and second place run out of fuel on the last lap?
But that's exactly what happened. Both teams ran out of fuel. They were just a couple of 1,000 yards short of going to victory lane.
And there is Mark Blundell, who rolls to a stop that far from the checkered flag. And he throws the steering wheel out of the car. The frustration is all world for Mark Blundell. We'll be back to the Detroit Grand Prix after this message and a word from our ABC station.
Coming to the conclusion of the 82nd lap. They climb the hill. The white flag flies. There is 1 more lap to go in the IndyCar season. Can Brian Herta hang on for that lap?
Well, remember one thing, too. Zanardi's got to get right behind him, and then he's got to find a way past him. He's got to be able to pass him. Brian can't afford to make any mistakes here.
Zanardi is there. He can strike. Jimmy Vasser is in a position that is almost unassailable in the championship right now. He will come home with the first championship for Jimmy Vasser. Brian Herta, United States. Jimmy Vasser, United States. 2 new names, both from the U.S. in this series that has become so international. So the battle for the PPG Cup. Look, look, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes, and he gets him! Can he get him back? Can he hang on?
Oh, look at this!
Down through the boards on the final lap. Alex Zanardi, remember twice we've had the change on the final lap of the race this year. Alex Zanardi at the top of the hill, an area you would not normally try and pass. Ducks the inside of Brian Herta, goes all the way off the course on the right-hand side, and Alex Zanardi, with a brilliant move, takes the checkered flag from the pole and the win here at Laguna Seca. Unbelievable.
and the championship will go to Jimmy Vasser. Brian Herta finishes in second place. Jimmy Vasser from San Francisco, and at that moment, Jimmy Vasser is the IndyCar champion, the winner of the PPG Cup. And when we come back, we'll be talking with Jimmy Vasser as our new champion, and we'll take another look at that final lap.